week 1, workout 1 warm up. You're gonna start with your bear crawls. With the bear crawls, you start with on your hands and knees, and then you bring your knees off the ground to start in that position there. Your hips should be in line with your shoulders, and then you're gonna walk opposite foot to opposite leg and keep going there. Awesome. Same in reverse, you just do the exact same backwards. You're just gonna estimate about 10 meters here, so probably about 10 to 15 steps on your bear crawl. In between that, you've got 10 push-ups. So with your push-ups, guys, if you can do them on your feet, go for it. But we want our elbows tucked into our rib cage, and we don't want our back arching. So as soon as we see our back doing this kind of thing, then we want to change to go onto our knees and get lower. Also, if you can't get very low on your feet, then drop to your knees to get stronger on your knees first before you go back to your feet. You've also got a gorilla crawl. So your gorilla crawl starts in a squat. You jump your hands forward and then feet to hands. So feet need to go on the outside of the hands. That's really important. Same in reverse, but feet go back, then hands join in the middle of your feet. If you've got issues with flexibility, you might find this one a little bit challenging. Just give it a go, see how you go. You've also got your squats. I'm sure you guys know your squats. So feet are going to be shoulder width apart. You're trying to get your bum as low to the ground as you can. Make sure that your weight is through your heels and you're leaning backwards, so your knees are not coming over your toes there. Yeah, so leaning back. If you struggle with them, grab a seat onto something and practice that motion. Sitting down, standing up, sitting down, standing up. And then your reverse lunges, you're going to start 2 feet together, then step 1 foot back. Try and get that back knee to the ground for me. And that is your warm-up done.
So do you want to do this way and then forwards, like angled?
Literally just in front of me.
Yeah.
So for this workout that we're doing now, you've got 3 rounds of a few different exercises, and you've got 90 seconds rest between rounds. I think you might need to walk this. Come this way. In between those rounds, you have to take those 90 seconds. So don't sort of minimize the rest and then struggle on the workout. You need to take that rest, so that's really important. The 3 rounds are going to be 50 mountain climbers, so make sure here you've got your shoulders over your hands, and then you're going either knees to the same elbow or knees to the opposite elbow, so you can cross it over there if you want. You got 50, hopefully per side, so if you're pretty fit, I want you to go 50 per side, so basically 100, and if you're not so fit or you think that you'll struggle with that, just go 50 total. 40 is going to be a squat or sumo scissor. So you're going to squat down, we know our squats, and then you scissor with those legs. So it's not a lunge with those scissors, it's just a quick front-back motion. 30 is going to be your sit-up rotations. So a normal sit-up here, try and keep your feet on the ground. As you get to the top, you rotate to one side. Okay, so don't need to rotate to both sides, just to one side here. Try and sit up all the way. 20 is going to be your push-ups, so I'm sure you guys know your push-ups by now. Either on your feet or your knees, that's fine. And making sure that we're doing these properly, we're not arching our back. 10 is going to be your burpees, but no chest to the floor burpees, just your biggest loser burpees. With these as well, make sure that you don't drop your hips too low. You want to keep them up nice and high. Yeah, if we do that kind of thing, you're going to struggle with some back issues. So keep those hips nice and high, don't drop them too low. You got 3 rounds of that combo, 90 seconds between, and then I want you to record your time. If it reaches 22 minutes, the clock's going to stop. You're just going to stop wherever you are. Okay, so what we've got here is a strength focused workout. So this is week 1. We've got 45 seconds of work and 15 seconds of rest, and you've got 3 rounds. So when you work, you're trying to get as many reps as you can, so as many times the exercises as you can. First exercise you've got is your bent over row. So you need 2 dumbbells, equally sized. Okay, you're gonna try and get your back parallel to the ground. So see how Mike's back is in line with the ground and it's really straight. So there's no arches, there's no bends, and in his back, it's really straight. From here, elbows up to the sky, and you want to get your dumbbells to try and hit your armpits. So as many of them as you can. Pick a weight that's moderately, that gets you right to the end, but you should be working quite hard. I'd say most of you guys should be able to go 5 kilos on each hand, if not more. So test that one out. Next one you've got is a lateral lunge or a curtsy lunge. So you can alternate these if you want. Lateral lunge is that straight one. You get a nice stretch through the inside of your leg. You can alternate legs here if you want. And that curtsy lunge is you're going to start with your feet shoulder width apart, and then you bring one leg round to the back and try and get that back knee on the ground. This one's a little bit harder, and you still, again, need to focus on that front leg. That front foot that's grounded needs to have its heel as flat as you can and really strong through that front leg. Next one you've got is a cable banded face pull. So you need a cable. You've got quite a few of these at the gym. Tie it around the any of the posts that you see, and you're just going to pull the cable, elbows up nice and high, into your face. So again, have a look at Mike's posture here. He's bent his knees slightly. You need to have your back. You want to try and squeeze your back together. You're trying to get your elbows to squeeze together at the back, and it's like you're punching someone behind you. Last one you've got is a crab walk with a band. So again, you can use the same band if you want. You're going to put your feet in. The bands we have at school might not be circular, but that's fine. You just hold them up the side, and then you're just going to walk sideways, okay, with as straight legs as you can. Yep. And then you're going to go in the other direction, and that should get both legs working. You should feel that through each of your glutes. So 3 rounds of that. Then next part of the workout you've got is a little bit of a bum burner. So you're going to start on all 4s, and you're going to keep your knees on the ground this time. First one you've got is 20 donkey kicks per side. So you're going to kick your leg out behind you. You don't want your leg going too high. And you also just have a look at Mike's back there. That's not what you want to look like. You want to have your back nice and straight. So you need to squeeze those abs nice and tight here. So you've got 20 on each leg there. Next one you've got is 20 fire hydrant kicks. So again, in that same position, but this time your leg goes out to the side. Okay, again, your back shouldn't be arching here, and you want to try and keep your hips directly in line with the floor. So you shouldn't be opening your hips up too much to look like ridiculous like that. And then last one you've got is a side plank with a hip abduction. So starting on his side there, he's got his knees on the ground and his feet behind him. And then from here, he's going to go hips to the ground and then open up his legs at the top there. So you got 5 on each side here. If that's too hard, you're just going to either hold a side plank like this, or you're just going to do the hips to the ground. So just the hips up and down. Your bums should be burning after that one.